You could do it. So I tried to talk myself out of that challenge. I am super nervous. I'm not a first-time presenter, so I should be pretty comfortable. Brianna, wherever you are, you killed that first session. Being able to just talk up here without note cards, I was like, I don't know how she's just winging it, but I have note cards because my brain will not stay with me if I don't. So, my name is Sarah Beeman. I am a star director from Roseville. I am a mom. I have 5 children, ages 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. I am also a part-time elementary PE teacher at my children's school. That's a new thing that I just started, so that has been really fun and exciting. I joined in February of 2011, so I just celebrated my 9th Scentiversary with Scentsy. Thank you, thank you. It has been so fun, and it is a fun little journey. I started as a hobby to have adult interaction. I only had 2 kids as a hobby, just for fun money, and then it turned into what it is today, which is something incredibly amazing that I never thought that it could be. So, can I get a show of hands? Anybody in here who has kids or grandkids who play sports? Okay, that's a lot of hands. What about anybody who loves Disney? Of course you do, of course. Anybody else who's a teacher? Okay, a couple of hands, yeah. Or homeschool mom, that counts too. And anybody else who joined Scentsy is just a hobby on the side? Awesome, okay. So we have a lot in common, which is what I wanted to talk about. So all of these things that you and I have in common, they are foundational building blocks towards building relationships with people. So one of the things that I feel for myself attracts me to my customers and potential hosts and recruits is finding that common denominator between myself and them. And it could be anything from having a kid in the same sport. You could be a military spouse. You could be in the same type of bunco group or church group, something like that, something that you have in common. And if you really don't have any of that in common, if you have a scent in common or a scent category in common, those are all things too that are helpful connections that build you with the customer. So that way you have something to go off of. Because I couldn't just walk up to one of you randomly and say, hey, listen, you would love this new bar. I couldn't recommend it to you if I didn't know you and I didn't know what you liked and the types of things that you were into. But if I do know that you love Disney, then I can walk up to you and say, hey, listen, I know that you love Disney. I know that you're a big Disney fan. Check out this new Alice in Wonderland collection that we have. Then I can actually recommend something to you. So one of the differences between, I think one of the kickers and one of the things that gets us so nervous about being in direct sales is that we feel so salesy all the time. We feel like we're constantly trying to sell a product, we're trying to sell an idea, we're trying to sell an opportunity, instead of actually just sharing what it is. Brianna kind of touched base on it by saying it's something that if I know that you love something and I'm going to share something else similar with you, it's because I'm going to share it with you, not to sell it to you in hopes of getting a sale solely, but because I know that it's something that you would like. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Let me see. If you are trying to sell it and you come across as salesy, if you're trying to say, hey, listen, I really need to make this goal, $50 shy of maybe my goal for the month or whatever, it can come off as really impersonal and almost tacky at times, because then it's just salesy. It's almost like a car salesman type of mentality where you really just want to share something with your customer because you care about them. You're making it about them and not about you. So make sure you get to know them. Make sure you get to know their story. If they're in a position in their life where they are not able to buy Scentsy, or maybe they are in the process of a move or divorce and they're not in a position where they can host a party, keep those types of things in mind. You don't want to be impersonal and shovey. So let's see, lost my place. Okay. So why is this so important? So this is important because you need to be Scentsy. So the premise of this topic is attraction marketing, living the Scentsy life. So there's about 400 of us in this room, all with the same mentality in mind that we all love Scentsy. Most of us sell Scentsy. And so we need to set ourselves apart from each other, but not in a competitive way, more so just an individualistic way. So I want to make sure that I am marketing to my customers in a way that if somebody else comes to them and says, hey, I need a Scentsy person, they're going to say, oh, you should totally go to Sarah. She does X, Y, and Z. Or she always puts these little whiff box bundles together, something like that. So set yourself apart from somebody. You need to be Scentsy, but how is it that you can actually be Scentsy? So I think that one of the things that we assume when we join is that it's just going to, it's a consumable product, it's just going to sell itself, and there you go. Which is true, it is a consumable product. Sometimes it does tend to sell itself, but we need to set ourselves apart. We are the billboard for our business. So the way that you need to market your own self, not Scentsy as a whole, but the way that you market your own self has to be specific and tailored to you. So Scentsy does a great job of providing us with marketing materials and extra apps like Canva and Photofy to help us build our brand. But it's important for you to use the products, experience the products, and be able to share them with people and know. So I saw you out in the hallway taking pictures of displays, taking pictures with the products. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You can look at your Facebook page and see 10 different images that Scentsy has provided for us for Cheshire Cat. And they're great pictures, but if somebody's scrolling by and they see just this kind of rote image, it doesn't set what you're selling apart. So if you do get Cheshire Cat, take a picture of him, take a picture with him, take a picture of your kids with him. Find creative ways to market the products that you have. So almost everybody has a smartphone, and if you don't, you have a computer, and a lot of Canva, a lot of these different photo editing types of things are available on the computer. So I would highly suggest you look into that. They touched about it earlier, YouTube. If you don't know how to use some of these things, go to YouTube. My favorite photo editing app is Over. I love Over. I don't even pay for the full version of it, but I know a lot of people love Canva and Photofy too. So get creative with the way that you're posting things, and don't always post them in a way where you are saying, look at this new product, buy this new product. So, for example, if you're anything like me, when something happens, when there's an interaction that happens and it makes me mad, I clean. Does anybody else clean when they're mad? Like full-on deep clean, scrub, take out all your anger and aggression on whatever is in front of you. So, what's that? Yeah. So one of the things that I did, I had a little bit of a beef with a friend, and it just didn't settle me right, so I was really irritated, and I looked at the stains in my rug and I was like, you're going down today. So I took my all-purpose cleaner and I sprayed my carpet. I took before and after pictures. I posted that on my Instagram. I didn't post pictures of my carpet. And then my hashtag was Scentsy all-purpose cleaner, hashtag Scentsy counter cleaner. So I actually was able to sell 3 of them based on that post alone that wasn't even trying to, well, I was trying to sell the product, but I wasn't specifically saying, hey, you should buy this product and try it out. So if you can, try to post pictures like that. I posted a picture the other day of my daughter had the flu. Unfortunately, last night she was throwing up all night again, so she's okay now, I think. But I had taken a picture of the bathtub running water and Scentsy soap, just showing like, okay, she really needs to take a bath. She needs to calm, she needs to relax and calm down. She's been really sick in bed all day. Nothing specifically even about trying to sell the product, just showing how I use the product myself. So I think that that's the most important thing. If there is a product that we have in our catalog that you have never tried before, get it, try it. You need to be able to use it and try it in order to be able to give a good review on it. And if you don't like it, or let's say you prefer the counter cleaner versus the all-purpose cleaner, or you prefer the bathroom cleaner over all the other cleaners, or one scent over another, you actually have the review to be able to say, yes, I've used it, this is my honest feedback, I don't prefer this, I prefer this. Like myself personally, if you don't shoot me, not a fan of dryer discs. I don't use them, they get lost in my laundry. I'm washing laundry for 7 people. I just not a fan of the dryer discs. But washer lifts are like totally my jam, and I will sell washer lifts all day, every day to anybody. And I can personally say that I use washer lifts. Now I can say, well, I prefer Amazon rain washer lifts over Luna washer lifts because I've actually tried both. So make sure that you're getting the product and you're using the product, and make sure you are showing yourself using the product as well. You don't want anybody to get into your stinky car when you have things that prevent you from having a stinky car. You don't want anybody to walk into your stinky house when you have things that prevent you from having a stinky house, or a stinky office, or stinky animals, or stinky husbands, or stinky anything, because Scentsy has given us so many things that we should never smell a stinky thing a day in our life, right? So make sure that you are using them. Show yourself using them. Show your kids using them. My husband, I sent him to work. He said, you know what, I have a plug in my locker, which first of all, how cool is that? He works with city workers, and to have an outlet in your locker, I mean, I know, pretty amazing. So he took a wall fan and he picked out his pods and he took it there, and he took a picture for me. There's work boots in the background and everything, but he's showing how he uses it as well. So make sure you guys do that. I went off on a big tangent there, so let me try to find my spot. So the reason that I joined was I had heard of Scentsy through a mutual friend. Her name was Amy. She had posted something about it on Facebook, and I said, what is Scentsy? So her consultant, Amanda, said, oh, I'll tell you what Scentsy is, let me send you a catalog. So the common denominator between me and Amanda now was Amy. We had a person that was in common. But after talking with Amanda, I realized we actually have a lot more in common than we thought. We both love Jesus, we both love Disney, we both are moms, we both have kids. At the time, I only had 2, she had 2. I kind of beat her in that department because now I have 5, but it's no competition. So once we connected, we were able to build on that relationship. It's kind of like a Lego set. If any of you have ever built Legos, especially a bigger set, there's multiple bags, and you have to build them one bag at a time. And every page is a different step to building the Legos. It's kind of like climbing. Every step is a different step towards the end goal. So when you're building relationships, you're not going to know everything about everybody the first time that you meet them. But you're going to build on that, and you're going to get to know them. And you can friend them on Facebook, get to know them, understand what drives them, understand what their kids are like, what their kids are into, the type of parent they are, what activities and hobbies they have. I joined Scentsy, and Amanda immediately believed in me. And that was one of those things that we never met. I'm in California, she's in Oklahoma. We only had a social media relationship at that point, but she made an effort to get to know me and believe in me from the very beginning. And like I said, it was only a hobby for me. It was nothing more than that. So I'm curious, if I could have a show of hands, how many of you joined randomly just through your sponsor's personal website? You went to Scentsy.com, you joined randomly. Okay, how many of you picked that sponsor specifically because of their story on their personal website? You did. What was it about their story? Do you mind sharing? So you guys built that relationship. So she was saying that she originally picked her sponsor because she tried to find a consultant that was close to her, not knowing that her consultant had moved out of state. But that you reached out to her, realized she moved, but now the connection that you guys had built was stronger than distance. Okay? Okay. So I want to say that I have had people join my website, random recruits, just go to Scentsy.com, randomly join me, and I'll ask them, why did you pick me? You know, maybe they did the consultant locator and I was closest to them, but a lot of them said it was because of my story that I shared. So this is a little plug for you guys to make sure that you edit your story on your personal website. Make it about you. Put your picture on there. Share what you like, why you like Scentsy, because if you don't know them, let them find a connection with you. So you put yourself out there, say, these are the things that I am. I'm a mom, I'm a grandmother, I love fishing, I love sewing, this is me. And then let them find you, and most likely they'll find a connection with you. Oops, missed a page. Okay, how many of you found your consultant on social media? So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, something like that. Okay, what was it? How did you find your consultant? Looking for Stitch on Facebook. Okay, there was another one in the room. Mutual friends. Okay. Anybody else want to share? Yes. YouTube. So they just did. Okay. Looking for essential oils, and the video popped up on YouTube. Okay. I actually polled my team and asked them, what is it about? Why did you join and why did you pick your sponsor? And a lot of it was YouTube, a lot of it was mutual friend or family, something like that. So raise your hand if you joined because of a friend or family member who is already selling and you joined with them. So that's probably the most show of hands, I think, that I've seen. So does anybody want to share what was it that your friend or family member said to you or shared with you that made you say, okay, sure, I could do this too? Yes. Okay. So she was a guest at World Tour last year. You brought her as a guest. And she's one of your top sellers. And she's going to be your daughter-in-law next year. Wow. That is amazing. You know what, I will say this. One of my top sellers who's here today, I brought her to, it wasn't even a World Tour or a Spring, you guys. It was World Premiere. Anybody go to a World Premiere? Where we did the movie theater thing? Yeah? So that was her very first Scentsy event. And that was, that flipped a switch, right? Flipped a switch. She is, like, incredible. So bringing people to events like this totally helps. World Tour, reunion, all those things. That's great. That's incredible. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is I want you to think about your customers, your friends, your family, and think about somebody who you think could really benefit from Scentsy. So the most show of hands raised was somebody was referred to Scentsy because of another friend or family member. So I fully feel that the success that I have today is because of my sponsor Amanda and her husband Josh had full faith that I could do something with this. They had faith in me that I didn't have myself. So what I want you guys to do and think about today is, who do you think could really benefit from this? Not saying that you can force them to believe it too, but if you just put that seed in their mind, like, you know what, you can do this. I really think you can do this. Is it a hostess that knows Scentsy like the back of her hand, that when you go to do her party, she just pretty much does it for you and you can sit on the couch and eat? Or is it somebody who you think could benefit from Scentsy? Maybe they're in a financial bind, or maybe they just need friend interaction, something like that. So think about somebody, and what I want you guys to do after this is I want you guys to reach out to them. Not in a salesy way, like, hey, I was at World Tour, I was challenged to contact you. I want you guys to reach out to them and say, you know what, I was thinking a lot today, it was an incredible day, I was around a lot of leaders, and I really believe that you can do this. I really believe that this is something that you can do. One of the things that I do and have done with my team, I know we've all heard a list of 100 1,000 times, is a modified list of 100. So if you think, I don't really know anybody, or I can't really reach out to anybody, flip through our catalog, make yourself a modified list of 100. So you could do friends, families, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, spouse contacts, but also do people who like essential oils, other direct sales friends, resources, people who only love Blue Girl, and write these people down. Don't take that huge list of 100 and feel overwhelmed with it. Break them down into subcategories. I think that'll help you guys really figure out who to contact, because we have so many things in our catalog: Disney, Marvel, Spider-Man. There's schools who need fundraising. There's so many different opportunities of people you can reach out to. We just kind of have to dig a little deeper. So my takeaways, I've been with Scentsy for 9 years. I have incorporated Scentsy into all aspects of my life. And I live the Scentsy life. When I'm a PE teacher at my kids' school, my lanyard for my whistle says Scentsy. In the break room, there is sea salt and avocado hand soap for everybody to wash their hands. So every aspect of my life is Scentsy, and I think that being consistent with that is really important. So, in conclusion, my 3 takeaways that I think you might have different ones is: 1, building relationships with people through common interests. Using those interests in share products and the Scentsy opportunity as well. The second one is using and showing products in a non-salesy way. Live Scentsy, love Scentsy, share Scentsy naturally, the way that it is natural to you. Just share that. It's natural. It's not a hard thing, and be consistent with it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Does anybody have any questions right now about anything? Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks.